So welcome to this class of embedded system. So here we will be discussing basically what embedded system is, what are their applications, and then the detailed components of this embedded system we will be discussing. Already you know what embedded system is. Okay, you will find lots of gadgets, lots of intelligent electronic systems, some parts of the complex electronic systems. They require the control and management and operation of the system. So basically we will be discussing these details. In the next slide we will see the outline of our presentation, outline of our discussion. So first we will introduce the what embedded system is. Typical components which embedded system composed of, architecture, how the different components are interconnected to work as a embedded system, then we will find several kind of embedded system which may be categorized in different types, mainly three types of categorization you will find. Maybe a very simple embedded system, maybe somewhat sophisticated embedded system, maybe somewhat complex embedded system. Next part we will be driving into the how to program, how to give the instruction to the embedded system. What are the challenges in designing this embedded system, that we will be discussing. Next, the application, typical application of different types of embedded system. Then nowadays you know, we have heard this buzzword Internet of Things. So how embedded systems are implemented or connected with the IoT. Then we'll be trying to give a outline of future trends in embedded system, few case studies on embedded system. Case studies means few examples of sophisticated embedded systems, maybe also simple. Next part is what are the best practices that is followed in the developing for the embedded system, and finally we will conclude our discussion on this chapter. So next, introduction to the embedded system. So first let us consider what is embedded system, right? So what is embedded system? So one of the important aspects, what a system is. Basically, a system is a way of working, organizing, or doing one or many tasks according to a fixed plan, program, or set of rules. Okay, that's how a system is basically defined. It may be defined in another way, that arrangement of different components in which all the units gets assembled and work together according to the plan or program to accomplish certain jobs, certain programs. So if you go for the system, okay, you'll find very simple system like a watch, which displays basically the time. Okay, so different parts are the different hardwares, needles, battery, a dial, chassis, and some strap, so that these parts are organized to show you the actual time every second and continuously update, okay, the time. So this system program observes the display unit using 3 needles, maybe second or minute, or and following certain rules that these needles will exactly monitor it, exactly follow the times, real time. The system is becoming embedded system when some software and computer hardware is embedded into this system. So you may define the embedded systems are some specialized computing system designed to perform the dedicated functions with larger systems, often operating without direct user control. So user may not be present every time to control it, but the embedded system is designed so that without the user, the system is operating on its own. So it dedicated for an application basically, or specific part of an application. So application may be somewhat complex. So in that case, you will find the specific part of an application or product or part of the larger system. So formally, you can define the embedded system as a system that embed software and computer hardware which is supposed to accomplish certain job, okay, for an application or a specific part of the application or part of the larger systems. So what are the importance of this embedded system? So in every aspect, everywhere you will find these embedded systems are an integral part of the modern technologies, modern gadgets, modern equipment, modern instrument. Everywhere you will be finding this. So obviously the functionality, so functionality of the devices, functionality of the instruments, functionality of the equipment, its efficiency and automation across the diverse application, you will find this embedded system. So typical example, so let's try to find out the different application. So almost every sector, be it starting from the medical field, industrial automation, electronics, automotive control systems, every sector the embedded systems are getting applied. Okay, so you may find the typical application of the embedded system. So as I mentioned, embedded system has very diversified applications. So few select application areas of embedded systems are telecommunication, smart cards, missiles and satellites, digital consumer electronics, computer networking, and automotives. So typically if you think of the small scale embedded system, that includes automatic chocolate vending machine, or you can say automatic ticket vending machine, stepper motor controller, multitasking toys, keyboard controller, different network access card, CD drive, hard disk drive. See, hard disk drive, you see, then you will find it's not a system. I mean, it is not an entire system, but it's a part of the computer. Similarly, different peripheral controller of the computer. For example, a display controller, keyboard controller, DMA controller, or DRAM controller, printer controller, laser printer controller, etc. These are the also embedded system which is included within the computing system. Okay, come back to the different other applications. So including the consumer electronics. Let's say we have a remote controller, okay, fax or photocopier printer or a scanner machine, okay, different electronic instruments, industrial process controller, digital storage system, okay, which you usually use in the lab, let's say DSO, etc. Spectrum analyzer, different biomedical system. Let's consider ECG. So ECG, within the ECG you have the ECG LCD display. It's a recorder, okay, blood cell recorder, or think of a larger embedded system like patient monitoring system. So the medium scale of integration, you may find different computer networking system, router, okay, a switch or BJ have different internet working components I have already heard, okay, different communication systems like mobile connection using SIM card, cellular phone, cable TV terminal, a set-top box, a fax transceiver, okay, different video games, console for the video games, okay. These are the typical example of the medium scale of integration, medium scale of embedded system. Similarly, if you think about the ATM card, I mean the any system which can read and process the ATM cards, okay, in your in a specific output, okay. Now if you go for some sophisticated embedded system application, you will find some smartphone, mobile computer, embedded interface like ultra high speed routers, LANs, gateways, okay, different security product, high speed network security, okay. So these are typical sophisticated embedded systems.